Hello and greetings to all. I am Robanisa Min as your moderator for today's forum. Ladies and gentlemen, before I introduce our panel members, we are aware that since March 2020, the usage of TikTok has been increasing during COVID-19, especially among the young people. Therefore, there is a hotspot or scope that we can discuss and various take on the topic from different perspectives of our panels today. In line with the title of our forum, Controversial or Endless Potential, how does TikTok impact our new generation? There are some issues we should take into account about the overuse of application, especially its impact on students. Thus, this title is the main key of the forum that we want to use as a question to what extent the TikTok has an impact on students, especially in terms of academic performance. Before we go further, first let me introduce to our panels today. I will start with the first panel, Miss Janissa Joyce Anna Benjamin Dian as a social media manager at Sky Media Corporation. Next is Miss Alicia Sharifah Anak Sempurai, who is a well-known TikTok influencer with 10k influencer. The third one is Dr. Nurul Shahira Binti Yusof, senior lecturer at School of Multimedia Technology and Communication at UEM Malaysia. And the fourth is Madam Stacy Jolin, is a representative of the Parents Teachers Association. Without wasting our time, my first question to Miss Janissa and Miss Alicia, can you tell us a bit about your experience using TikTok, or even your second-hand experience through family members or close friends currently using TikTok?
Thank you for your interesting question. As a social media manager, I spend most of my free time scrolling TikTok. TikTok has succeeded in generating a bucket of positivity, at least for me, especially during difficult times. Amount of a good and innovative stuff that come on my For You page astound me on a regular basis. Fortunately, the site keep track of your friends in profile. You can choose whether or not you want them to public or private. As another type of curation, I will get down with my friend in the evening and browse through my favorite video. YouTube has TikTok complication, but I did like to be able to retain my own playlist of saved video on the app. What's about you, Miss Alicia?
As an influencer on TikTok, my experience using TikTok is more about making content that is related to youth and also as an aspiring educator. I'm especially passionate about social impact and education, and then I will be posting tips and talks on student life, education and more. As you know, I am one of the graduates of UUM students about 3 years ago, and then I taking Bachelor of Education with honors, moral education. So after I graduate from UUM, I decide to share my experience of my student life in UUM to give some motivation to student universities out there. Currently, my family members are not involved in the TikTok application, but some of my close friends actually do. They actually do some content about their daily life, and it is quite inspiring too.
Thank you for explanation, Miss Janissa and Miss Alicia. I have a question for Dr. Shahira and Madam Stacy. What is the public opinion on TikTok, and also what is your own personal opinion on TikTok?
Thank you, moderator, for having me here, and thank you for the interesting question. If we are asked what is the public opinion on TikTok, I would frankly say they hate it. They, especially the Generation X, who is born between 1965 to 1980, and the Generation Y, who is born between 1981 to 1996, have a negative perception towards TikTok due to how it usually been perceived as a platform that which coincidentally the Generation Z, who is born in 1996 and forward, use is full of nonsensical dancing, lip sync, weird and sometimes disturbing TikTok challenge. There is cases that caught news recently where the TikTok challenge named National Shoot Up Your School Day, and it is united on December 17 as a day for shooting and bombing. TikTok has removed the post, but it cannot be denied that in the United States, this is a very serious issue due to how the gun control law operates there and the many cases of mass shooting in public, especially in schools. That's why, due to how popular TikTok is among youth, it is very serious concern that some people will take the challenge not only for attention and clout, but even worse, as an opportunity to commit crimes. Though it doesn't neglect the fact that it encourages bad behavior among young people. And personally, I also do not have a favorable view on TikTok due to how the platform itself do not have clear or sometimes biased guidelines. For example, a TikTok US teenager who was blocked from the service after she posted a video criticizing the China's treatment on Uyghur Muslims, which again and this is a great content to educate people on human rights violation. TikTok has always been criticized for censoring material that is politically sensitive for the Chinese government, and it is also because of how certain people misuse the platform to just post low effort and meaningless content.
Thank you, Dr. Shahira. For me, TikTok application display short videos and users can record different types of video. And TikTok also prepared a trending video which is a hot issue. And my opinion on TikTok is an application that can be entertaining and can relieve stress. Thank you.
Oh, I see. Okay, for the next question, let's hear opinion from Miss Janessa and Miss Alicia. Why do you think younger audience are more attracted to this platform than the other age group?
In my opinion, young people are more attracted to this social media platform because many of us doesn't use TikTok daily. In order to make video using TikTok, we are required to do lip sync, dance, and duet while singing a song and more. A lot of older generation didn't like to do this kind of thing. What about you, Miss Alicia?
In my opinion, the younger generation is more attracted to TikTok, but adults don't really understand it. Since Generation Z is one of the most diversified generation with a greater level of education, so they tend to be more expressive. Just like our generation before, we are more attracted to social media such as Facebook and Instagram, but Generation Z pushed the rise of TikTok. So back to why younger audience are more attracted to TikTok, because TikTok is a social platform that lets users make and share fun 15-second videos ranging from lip sync, dancing to light tips.
Many thanks to Miss Janessa and Miss Alicia. Now let's go back to Miss Janessa. What is the meaning of the TikTok concept and the benefit of this application to the students?
Thank you to our moderator. Let's talk about TikTok. TikTok is a video sharing app that allow users to create and share 15-second to 3-minute video on any topic. It also known as a video sharing social network. TikTok was created by Chinese company that called ByteDance. ByteDance also has a similar app and its market in China, which is called Douyin. TikTok lesson plan are popular now as a way to help people and as students engage in and beyond the classroom. For history class, as an example, students can create a 15-second video clip that related to key points that they learned. This helps students to condense and simplify their thoughts, making the lesson easy to remember. But since this can be shared, it also means other students can learn from the video. When it's going over the subject before the setting task creating video, it also can be helpful placed by some examples that already created by students using TikTok.
Thanks to our first panel for providing the overall answer. Therefore, I would like to ask Miss Alicia. Recently, the issue of Ain sharing her story about the sexual jokes said by her school's teacher got attention and support from Malaysian citizens on the TikTok. What do you think about the problem of sexual jokes from Ain Husniza school that got positive attention and support on the TikTok application?
Thanks to our moderator. Now I'm going to talk about Ain Husniza issues that got positive attention and support on TikTok. As you know, Ain Husniza issues went viral in April 2021 in TikTok. In my opinion, we hope that youth nowadays need to speak out about this, and we love what Ain Husniza is taking stand on this issue. Ain spread awareness about sexual harassment in her school that will be better understood by people nowadays. The 17-year-old student had complained that a male teacher made jokes about rape during physical and hair education lesson at her school in Puncak Alam, Kuala Lumpur. A male teacher started cracking a couple of jokes, and it appeared regular at first, but eventually the jokes were getting weird at the end. The TikTok clip went viral after Ain created an online campaign which is make school a safer place, and then she got many attention from other students who have experienced on the same issues about physical and verbal harassment in school. Some of the students also share a similar experience and comment her to speak out on this issue. It's been more than 1.8 million viewers since Ain posted her TikTok video. So this can be proven that Ain issues got positive attention and support by many people on TikTok, and of course TikTok has benefit, which is we all are free to speak louder moderator about this taking seriously on Malaysia toxic culture. In conclusion, based on this issue, joke and trivialized rap has gone viral and gained attention from a women group and our former education minister, Dr. Masli Malik.
Thank you for your explanation, Ms. Alicia. Next, there's nothing unusual about challenges on social media. In many cases, there are safe and fun. For example, the Ice Bucket Challenge and the Mannequin Challenge. However, some of them are dangerous, and this is where the situation becomes alarming. My question to Dr. Shahira, what do you think about the negative effect of these TikTok challenges towards the students?
Thanks to our moderator for the question. I want to talk about the negative effect of TikTok challenge towards students. In my point of view, there is a latest trend that go viral on TikTok, which is called Devious League. It is a challenge about where middle school, high school, and college students are encouraged to vandalize school property. Most commonly happen in bathroom. What they have stolen, like soap dispenser, paper towel holder, microscope, and electronic whiteboards on TikTok. The trend started taking off in September this year as the school year began in the United States. Some schools implemented policies like closing bathrooms during passing period or making students leave their backpacks in classroom when going to the restroom. Others have temporarily closed bathroom for cleaning and repairs. But in the end, the effort is not working because the trend of theft keep on escalating. This kind of behavior is caused in particular due to how young people are desperate for acceptance and may make impulsive decisions to fit in just to feel validated or approved by a certain group they want to join in.
Thank you for the explanation, Dr. Shahira. To make our forum more interesting, I want to ask Ms. Stacy, other than TikTok challenges give bad influence to the students, what are the other negative sides of TikTok towards students?
Thanks to our moderator, I'm going to talk about negative sides of TikTok towards students. From my perspective, the use of TikTok causes students to waste time. If we put a limit to the amount the time we are going to spend on any application, it is not going to affect study or lifestyle. But a problem with such application is that students can be addicted sometimes. Even though your inner self it tells you not to use it for a while, but you can resist it. Therefore, when we do not put time surfing TikTok, then all assignment will be not completed and will pile up. Such an attitude will affect the performance academic as a student. So, as a student, make sure put a limit time on TikTok and it will be fun. Thank you.
Okay, so Dr. Shahira, do you believe there is some kind of addiction in using TikTok among young people?
Yes, I agree that there is a high addiction among young people when using TikTok. This can be seen to how TikTok reinforce the usage of the application by design elements such as likes, personalized, and endless content available. TikTok For You page, the landing page, learns quickly via artificial intelligence what users like, which likely result in longer TikTok use than a user intended, which may cause TikTok-related addictive behavior. The phenomenon can be explained through users and gratification theory. This theory explains that the use of certain media can result in gratification of a person's needs, and only if relevant needs of a person are gratified by a particular media, users will continue to use the media. A recent paper, The Effects of TikTok on UEM Student Behavior Towards Academic Performance, conducted on 60 UEM undergraduates, provided an insight that in particular, gratification of entertainment or hedonistic gratification was the most relevant driver to understand a range of behavior on TikTok, especially towards its effects on students' academic performance. In this study, it is found out that the students are prone to use TikTok as means to kill time, as a form of entertainment, as well as a distraction from stress and whatever work they are doing.
Okay, do you all still believe that TikTok can use its potential to become a better social media platform?
Yes, I believe that TikTok can be a better social media one day. It's all because that has been trending in TikTok are inspiring most of people.
Yes, I do believe TikTok has a big potential to become a better social media platform due to many reasons, because TikTok TikTok has relevant content and so on, and it is very popular application among Generation Z due to the appeal of TikTok content.
Yes, as what have been said by Miss Alicia and Miss Janessa, I do believe TikTok can be a better platform for various educational content, but it still has a long way to go.
Yes, I believe TikTok can become a better social media application, especially young people responsible in broadcasting. So TikTok application can be a better application in many respects.
Okay, do you all still continue using TikTok and why? Or if you never used TikTok before, do you want to give it a chance?
Yes, because TikTok is an entertaining app. I also watch the video that are trending on TikTok when I have free time.
I might be using TikTok in the future because I want to keep inspiring people about social impact and education, and I like to give people some motivational quotes that are useful for many youngsters, and I suggest that people nowadays should try using TikTok. At least they manage their time well and use it for good things.
For me, for personal use, I don't think I'm interested in using it, but if for a public educational account, I want to be involved in behind the scene production as well as continue to make research on how to use TikTok more efficiently and to understand how to make the content appealing to the target demographic of TikTok.
For me, personally, I will continue to use TikTok because the video show are not boring and very dense with message and very different from others application. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to all of you for the explanation. It seems that times is not on our side today. I would like to thank all of our members of our panels for being present and willing to voice their opinion. In conclusion, our forum, controversial or endless potential, how does TikTok impact our new generation? It requires us as smart consumer, especially as an educated students, to know what is good and what is bad. So use the TikTok application carefully and wisely to avoid unimaginable problems that may befall you. Thank you.